from a cable perspective, and I actually do. I worked in a cable television studio in one of my college internships.
Oh man, that's perfect.
For 2 years back in the day. And keep in mind, this was over 20 years ago, or about 20 years ago. I was unpaid, but I know that the local station, Adelphia Cable, is the name of the company, and Adelphia got bought by Time Warner, and then Time Warner got bought by whoever, and now they're Spectrum and blah blah blah. But Adelphia was still like a regional cable provider for the Northeast Ohio area.
Okay.
We were talking about the talent, because I helped produce one of the shows that I helped produce was a show called More Sports and Less Levine. The name of the host was Les Levine, and it was a talk show about sports, and he would just bring on all these local sports commentator guys and former athletes and stuff like that, and they talk about these games and whatever, blah 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 blah. And me not being a sports person, I was like, this is like the lamest thing I've ever had to listen to. But I was in the production end of it. Okay, so we're talking about, if we leave talent aside, if we leave, Les Levine's, whatever he's getting paid and whatever he's paying his guests, if he's paying them, and I don't know. But we're talking about 3 live camera operators. Okay. Yep. We've got a live floor director.
Yep.
Okay. That's 4 people on the floor just right there.
Okay.
What we see as Noah's Arcades presents Wayne's World. Okay. All right. The production that you see in the studio is most like what I've experienced in a TV studio myself. Okay. So, and this is the anecdote that I'm referring to here. So, so you've got 3 live
I was looking at it from like the Noah's Arcade presents Wayne's World Oliver Communications program. I was looking at that as just, they probably throw some consumer brands in while they were running that, in addition to Noah's Arcade, but they probably got Noah's Arcade to pay more than what he was actually getting in terms of value and audience.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine how much Noah Vanderhoff like would have had to put out to get this sponsorship. It doesn't. That's why it doesn't make any sense, because like
enough that they would bring him down to the set to say, we want to see where your money's going, and they show him like an exact recreation of Wayne Campbell's mom's basement, which in itself is an achievement, but to get all those details right, that probably cost a fortune, right? To do that. And he has the $10,000 he paid for the show to account for before he makes any sort of profit and or commission.
You're probably talking about $10,000 to $15,000 for that set. Okay.
Sure. Yeah. But looking at it from a production standpoint, this is perfect. So go on. Like, tell me what this would have actually cost before they had to figure out if they made a profit.
So set. Let's just say, for sake of argument, you dropped $15,000 recreating this for your set.
Yeah.
You've got 3 live camera operators. You've got a floor director, and this is the guy who's doing the countdown: 5, 4, 3.
Right.
And he's pointing to the cameras. He's directing the talent to the correct cameras, telling them when they're on, telling them, where to look, who to talk to, when they're off, blah, blah, blah. You've got control room. Okay. So you've got your technical director, who is the guy who actually pushes the buttons on the video switcher and does the different takes of each camera and chroma key and goes to commercial, like blah, 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 blah. Then you've got the guy who's running the VTRs. So any ads, any spots, any pre-recorded anything, you've got to have an operator for that.
This is so great.
All right. So there's another guy. Okay. And then you've got the sound guy. Okay. And this isn't the guy on the floor, like holding the mic. If there was a guy that's holding a mic on the floor, if you do, then you've got another guy on the floor. You've got the boom operator. Okay. But you've got the guy in the control room on the soundboard mixing live. Okay. You've got that guy. Okay. You've got the camera setup guy. Okay, and this is a guy that's separate from everybody else, and I don't forgive me, I don't remember the technical name for this, but
this is great content. Just keep going.